Hey, this is Brett Himbest from JCA Sports Cards. First thing I'm going to ask you to do is hit the subscribe button below so you can stay connected to our content. Click on the like button for this video and also click on the little bell for the notifications so that you know when we've got new videos like this coming up for you that can help you out. Today we're going to be focusing on the trading card database. This is actually going to be a new playlist. It's going to have multiple videos, going to try and keep them short. We're going to cover how to create an account, how to track your collection, how to do trades, and everything else that's important on this website. And we're going to start doing this right now. Here we go. So my initial playlist here is going to be for the trading card database. What I use this website for is two major things. One is for tracking my collection as a whole, and then second is for trading. This is the best trading platform I've seen by far. The tracking system for your collection is incredibly easy to use. The only thing that's slightly off on it, and I don't think there's a good one out there, is the pricing mechanism. It's probably about as good and as accurate as you could find. When I explain how it works, you'll find that it's not the most up-to-date one that you could find out there. Many cards you'll never find pricing for on here because they don't trade enough with people on the website to register it. And that just comes down to the fact that this is kind of a user-driven website. So I don't know who hosts it, but like all of the sets and lists and cards that you see in here have been uploaded by users. Photos or people taking scans of their cards and putting them up, and prices come from people that have made sales, sending the admins like a proof of the receipt of the purchase or sale to prove the price, and that's how the pricing gets updated. But that said, I'm making this probably sound like it's a bit more amateurish than it is. This actually is a fantastic website. So the registration steps are really easy. I'm not going to go through the whole steps because I don't actually want to register another account. But you come into the website here, which is www.tcdb.com. Nice and easy. You click on register. It's going to ask you for your username, an email address, just to confirm it, your password, confirm the password. Gives you not a trick question, very simple question. It's always the same. If you have 3 cards and somebody gives you 4, how many do you have? 7. Click the I have read and agreed to the terms. Click on the submit button, and then what will happen is it'll send you an email that you have to click on a link to verify. And as soon as you click that link, when you come back into here, it'll ask you just to log in. At which point it would look more like this, just a normal login screen. Type in your username and password. You can tell it to remember it like I have, and then log in. So that's just how to set up the account. So that's easy, right? Next step is to go update your profile, because in order for people to trust you on this website, they need to start to see that you've actually got something, you've put some effort into it, right? So in your profile, you can upload a picture. Obviously, I haven't done that yet. But it automatically puts in when you became a member, your last login, how many points you've got. Points is something that you get by doing various activities on the website, which I'll come back to. Where you're from, which is you tell it that when you're starting in, how big your card collection is, and I'll show you how to enter all that stuff. And then a bunch of other stuff in here. So if you want to, the first thing you want to do is go to edit profile. I'm just updating the information, put some information about yourself in here. Obviously, I didn't do that at first. It didn't even occur to me to do it. It took me a while to get my first trades going on here. And some people later told me that because I hadn't updated this part of my profile, that's probably why. But now I've made so many trades now that I've got a good reputation, so I don't really need to worry about it. Although I do have one trade, a guy saying that he never got the receipt. We never received his package for, so I have to follow up with him. But so if I click on the emails later, you see that one, that's why. Yeah, so this is what you want to maintain here, this feedback rating. Mine's 100% positive. I've completed, how many trades have I completed? I feel like it's almost 30. Yeah, 28. So I've completed 28 trades. I've got 3 in progress and 3 proposed. But then, if you come back to your profile, you can always see your feedback here. And what you want to do is keep that at about 100%. I mean, if it's up to 90%, it probably wouldn't be the end of the world, but I'm telling you, every bad feedback you get, it makes it that much harder to trade with other people. The feedback, yeah. So feedback is your most important tool here to build your reputation, to make it easier to do trades as you go through the game. I'm going to avoid getting into any collection building or anything. This is really just going to serve as an intro video to the site. So if you go to the bottom section, there's a lot of very important pieces of information down here about the account. So you can go through that list here on your own time. But so collection just takes you to your collection. I'm just looking for the most important thing here. Permissions. Permissions will get more important as you go through the game, as you get used to the site, because there'll eventually come a time, possibly when you've bought a set on day one before the set's been entered into the system, and you might want to start to learn how to edit the website and update lists so that you can add your cards to that list to track your collection. So there's a series of permissions levels here that you have to progress to before you can do all that. So I've only progressed to level 6, because all I ever need to do is create new lists. And so I do it with Excel files. Like I can download like an XLSX file usually from usually Beckett, but other websites as well, that'll have the full set list for the cards, including any variations, parallels, inserts that are in that release. And then basically they just update each list, and then you can, once you get those done, you can also once the list is posted, you can also like scan pictures of your cards and load them up so they look, they look second to none when you see how they look on this website. I'll show you one in a minute. That takes a long time. I don't do that. I just do the list. I don't really care about the cards. Other people do that stuff. People love doing it. That's how you get points, by the way, too. By updating lists, editing errors in lists, uploading photos of cards. That's how you get. That's how you build up points. Points also help you to build up a reputation really quickly. So if you haven't had a chance to get any transactions done, you want to start to build credibility pretty quickly. One thing you could do is, if you've got like a large card collection, look for cards that don't have images. You can find them down here. There's things to do. It'll tell you like here, incomplete checklists, missing packaging images. I think there's another one down here for missing card image. Oh, scans need replacing. So if you click on this one, for example, it'll tell you like cards that need to be replaced. Obviously, these older cards are probably way out of touch for anybody. But if we start jumping up into more recent years, all over the place. Like here's 2020 Topps Heritage. So these scans, they're saying aren't done very well. See, you can see on the top corner here, it's all lit up. Doesn't look all that fantastic. So if you have these kind of, this in here, a light spot right in the middle. So if you have those kind of cards and you can scan them and upload them, that'll help to build you up with some points. That'll help you get going faster for doing trades and whatnot. Profiles obvious, Q ratings, sales, transactions where you can jump into your transactions. Browse, these are all the different sports that you can, and including non-sports, that you can enter your collection for. Features, just jumping through here to see if there's any things to do. Things to do is neat, a good one because it tells you things that the website needs people to do, and that'll help you get points. Top members, you can see what the top members are, it's obvious. Top sets, interesting, this one. I think this is just voted, so this is just the voted sets. Doesn't really mean anything. Voting's cheap. You got to put your money where your mouth is to really derive value. So, like, to me, it should be all about the cards being entered, because those are the cards being bought. User lists. I'm not even sure what this is. Who cares? Okay, so that's some crap people have done. On the resources site here, we've got information about the different card companies that are out there, so you can use that to try and find maybe when a set that you're looking for is coming up if it hasn't been posted on the site yet. You can also check out my video on my box break schedule, because I do in there have links to all the releases that are coming out this year and all the release dates, because I scan websites like Beckett and TCDB to name two there, and then also like the manufacturer sites looking for that. And so what I try to do is I have a list of when they were released, what date they released last year, what's been confirmed for this year, and then if nothing's been confirmed, then I either use last year's date or maybe rumors that are circulating in forums. But I usually try to see those forums line up with when it was released last year to give it some credibility. So, but anyway, so you can find that there. But anyways, you can also use this too, if you like. Card company, there we go. So card shops, it's obvious. Card shows just tells you when new card shows that might be coming up on where they are. Completed transactions is a good one. It shows you. Well, I'll just show you what it shows you. So these are all the transactions that are closed in real time, and so you can see, if there's certain people who their names pop up a lot, that's somebody that you should probably try and trade with. Once you get your name kind of more established to the point where they'll listen to you. When you're first starting off, your best bet is probably to look for other new members that are also desperate for trades, and then start off with small trades. Start off with 5 to 10 cards of very low value for maybe just sets that you're looking to complete. Like if you've got 92 and 93 upper decks that are worthless, that you're looking to complete, a 5 to 10 card trade with another member that might be desperate who's new and might be desperate to make transactions. That way, once you get 5 of those under your belt and you've got some good feedback from those people, then other people further up the chain will be willing to take a chance on you, and then you can, do maybe a slightly larger trade for, medium value cards with some of those people. Get a few more trades. Once you get around 10 trades or more, and all positive feedback, you're pretty safe. Most people will trade with you at that point. For me, it was when I crossed the 15. I think it was the 15 trade mark. All of a sudden, at that point, I found that nobody was rejecting me at that point because I was too new. I had 15 trades. I had 15 positive feedbacks. And at that point, when I set up trades for people, they either declined it because they weren't interested or because they're not collecting right now. But nobody ever said that it was because I was too new. Form glossary pricing, release dates. Okay, so release dates is good. This shows you February 3rd, the Hoops basketball is being released. Let me scroll to the end of the month here. February 26th, Panini plates and patches football. And then you can scroll through the future months, and you can see the release dates that have already been announced for a number of sets. Release dates, general info. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting in here, except for stats. I got a user manual here that kind of will explain how to do certain things too. So obviously I'm not going to do every video in one day. So I'm going to be doing these videos and loading them up. I'll probably cover most of these topics. I may even make this kind of my checklist. But so there's a user manual there. You can upgrade to premium. That just gets rid of ads. I don't know that there's any value to that, except for maybe you want to support the website because it's a great website. And then stats is kind of interesting. So it just shows you a bunch of information about the website itself, like how many cards, how many members, how many transactions, and all that kind of stuff. Nothing that's going to help you, but just interesting information. All right, so I'm going to wrap that up there, and then the next video I'll get into how to start adding cards to your collection.